I honestly definitely learned a lesson at this stop.
Could I take a look at the Pokemon games? Oh my gosh, people, I cannot believe that happened. I'm literally like shaking right now.
What is going on, friendly friends of YouTube? You guys already know, probably from the title, we're doing some game hunting today for stuff to flip on Amazon and eBay. This is my full-time job. Today I'm especially excited because we're going to some shops that are going to be a little bit less populated in somewhat more rural areas. The most recent game hunting videos I've done have been in like Memphis and Little Rock, and those shops have been a little bit more picked through because of stimulus money and everything coming in recently. I'm hoping that our luck changes a little bit with these shops. We're gonna have to see as we go along. Unfortunately, I pulled up to this one and it just starts raining. So you guys can see Game Exchange is first up. Let's see what we can find.
Would you check out this stack, folks? We are doing really well at this game store and we're not even done. We have all that PlayStation section to go. I think my hunch might have been right. Alright folks, so this is actually an interesting case. I looked up this $10 game on Amazon and it said it was going for $90, but the sales rank was super high, so I went over to eBay just to kind of double check, and it looked like here it's going disc only for $8, here 13, you know, 25, 22 for new condition. So that just kind of tells me the Amazon price is a little bit whack, and I'm going to pass on that. Oh wow, folks, that is a score. Let's go.
Well folks, that was a fantastic first stop of the day, maybe the best game exchange I've been to on this entire trip to and from Little Rock. Just wow, lots of stuff. I'll start out with the accessories here because you guys have seen most of them before. PS4 camera, we've got the navigation controller remote for $1.99, and finally another Pokeball Plus for $37. All of those will at least double up in value. More on this guy right here. It's basically a tradition at this point that every time I go to a game exchange they can't find one of the games. The one that they couldn't find this time happened to be a really high dollar one. Arcade Classics Data East. This is one that I knew to look for because someone had posted it in the Discord. Actually, a couple people have been finding a lot of success with this game. $37 marked. A lot of their games in there, I noticed, actually have been in there for a long time. So this is why I like to come to these more rural shops. And this town isn't like in the middle of nowhere. This population is maybe like 60,000, I think I looked up, Jackson, Tennessee. Anyway, stuff like this can sometimes sit on the shelf for a while. Unfortunately, the game was not inside it, but I was like, hey, can I just buy the case? And they just threw it in for me. I wouldn't be surprised, since this game does go for like 75 bucks on eBay, if I could actually get 10 or 15 for this case alone. But yeah, kind of nice to have. Who knows, maybe I'll find it at a future stop. Next up, this was something that he found actually as he was digging through the case looking for another game that they couldn't really find. Jeanne d'Arc. I don't know if that is like supposed to be a play on Joan of Arc or something like that. $20 for that PSP game, and it should go for at least 40. I saw one sold for 45 on eBay, so probably a little bit more on Amazon. Skylanders Imaginators for $5. Didn't even have to look at that one. This one actually hasn't even been there that long. Just came in last month, $5, and should get at least 25 on that. I honestly definitely learned a lesson at this stop. Got a couple copies of Head Coach 09 for $3, $2.95. This is like a $40 game, even in acceptable condition on Amazon right now, so a fantastic margin. The lesson that I learned, normally I totally glaze over games without their original cases, just because when they are complete, they sell much quicker and for much better money on Amazon, but you can't argue with that kind of a margin on a game like this. And those weren't the only acceptable condition games that I bought at this stop, so I may start having to pay a little bit closer attention to those when I'm out at the stores. This is just a process of constantly learning, getting better at your craft. Ultimate Ninja Heroes on the PSP. This one was $8, and I think the lowest copy, this one unfortunately doesn't have the manual, but the lowest copy on Amazon was like $40, so that was a no-brainer. SmackDown vs. Raw 07, you guys already know wrestling stuff on the PSP can do fairly well. Lowest copy on this was like 30. Next up, the Wizards Enhanced Edition. This is a solid be on the lookout title for you guys, one that I'll definitely be posting in the Discord later on. $14, I should make at least, I think, 10 to 12 on this, maybe a little bit more. Lowest copy on Amazon was like 30 or 33 or something like that, so not one that I've ever bought before. It was just one that was sitting on the shelf. I looked at it, realized I had no idea what it was worth, and that's just how I'm constantly learning and growing as I'm out scanning at the stores. This one was a super interesting case. Folks, I do not buy GameCube games all that much when I'm out here at the stores. This one, you can even see from the label, has been sitting for a very long time. It's so faded, you can't even tell. I don't know if this is Baten or Baten Kaitos Origins. He looked this guy up. Apparently now in the system, it's supposed to be a $120 game. I got it for $42.95, and even to do that, he had to kind of peel this label up and see underneath. I don't even know how he managed to see that on the sticker. He was like, yeah, $42.95, supposed to be $120, and I wouldn't be surprised if I do end up getting that. The only unfortunate thing, it does have both of the discs. It doesn't have the original manual, so that is a little bit upsetting. Nonetheless, a really good deal on quite a valuable game. Up next, we've got NBA Street Hoops Volume 2, $20 on this. Again, this was supposed to be at like 34. I'll end up making 40 plus on it. It's in nice, complete shape. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger for 20 bucks. I should be able to double my money on this one as well. How long? Yeah, this one was here this year as well. So just a solid Amazon flip in good, complete condition. This was the other one, folks, that I'm learning my lesson, eating my words. Pokemon Channel on the GameCube. I saw this title as I was reading through the GameCube section and was like, isn't that kind of an uncommon game? I feel like it is, and GameCube stuff has been really hot. Looked it up, at least $45 for this game in acceptable condition. It is, of course, game only, but nonetheless, hard to argue for $15. Like, I'll take that disc any day. Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3 and also Naruto Shippuden. Am I saying that right? Shippuden? Ultimate Ninja 4, both of them were $10, and I should make at least 20, not in profit, but gross proceeds. So $10 profit a piece on those, and one of them I think was a bit higher too. So yeah, folks, $304 spent at that stop, I believe, and we're gonna make at this stop alone north of $400. I mean, some of the margins on this stuff was just so good. The Head Coaches, the Skylanders, it's really going to add up. So I was really happy with what we were able to come away with. Let's cross our fingers. There's only one other video game store in this town, but I'm going to hit up another small town, I think Clarksville or something like that, on my way back to Lexington. So we'll see what happens. Well, folks, this is super exciting. The second game store in this town is called Nerdvana. It's a chain that I've heard about but never been to, so I'm super stoked to see what they have in store. Hey, how's it going?
I'm good. Anything to help you with today?
Just browsing for some games. I've never been in this chain before. I'm excited.
Okay. Yeah. Fun fact, we're actually not trained.
Oh, really? This is the only location?
Yep.
I could have sworn I saw one somewhere else. That's cool.
You've probably seen there are other places with Nerdvana, but we're not none of them are affiliated with each other.
Yeah. Okay, well, cool. Could I take a look at the Pokemon games?
Sure. Both of them?
Yeah, that'd be great.
There's that. I'll be back later. You can bring the phone. I can take care of it. It's all good. You were busy? Not really.
Seems in fairly nice shape.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm pretty interested in purchasing, can I take them out?
Yeah, I can take it out for you.
Okay, thanks.
Have you take a look, yeah. Yeah, this has like the inserts and stuff with it,
Mm-hmm.
but it just
But not the
doesn't-
actual manual?
No.
Okay. And is this kind of discoloration common?
It's pretty common. I mean,
Okay.
like, it was sun fade and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I just know these things are sometimes reproduced.
So, the way to tell they're not reproduced
Yeah.
is that it says Nintendo on those pins up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sneaky. I don't know if I ever would have thought that.
Yeah.
And the repros, they don't have that detail.
You don't have that
interesting.
Nintendo on top. Yeah.
Okay.
And like, you can tell this has been used. It's like
Mhm.
it has like the perfect, like when it shines in the sun, like well, it's light.
Yeah.
It actually has like a glimmer to it. It's not just like a solid. It's like it actually does something.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that gives me some reassurance. I think I probably will go ahead and do that.
Okay. Cool.
So, Dory, if I get this one out too,
Yeah,
or you
that's
can
fine.
if you want.
Yeah, I don't mind doing it. Yeah.
Okay. I know that condition is huge with
Yeah.
old stuff.
Well, and just in case I rip it, it's on me. Not
Sure,
you.
yeah.
Or I do something dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this one doesn't have the inserts. It just has the manual and the game.
I see.
Yeah. So
So it's not totally complete, but it's, pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people threw out the inserts.
Yeah. And this guy has that little Nintendo too. That's a cool trick.
Yep. Have you ever seen anything like that? Yeah. Manual looks really clean too.
Yeah, it does.
Being, like,
Boy, this is a
years old.
nostalgia blast for
Oh,
me.
man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do both of these.
Okay, man. Sweet.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Oh, anytime. Are you from around here or?
I'm actually from Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh, people, I cannot believe that happened. I'm literally like shaking right now. Alrighty.
Get these two.
Yep.
Still looking around.
I think that'll do it for me today. Thank you guys. I like this store.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we try really hard to keep it clean and
Yeah,
nice.
it's just it's well organized.
Yeah,
Like the music. All right, well, thank you.
Thank you. You take it easy, bud.
You too.
Appreciate you.
Oh my gosh. Dude, people are gonna swear. People are going to swear this is fake. You guys saw it. The games were there in the case, dude. Look at this. Pokemon Emerald version and Fire Red at the same store in a video game store. Dude, this is insane. So I was talking to the people. He said that these games were traded in just yesterday by a guy who is known locally for trading in really good stuff. And when I first saw these things, I was like, I saw the little stickers on the bottom box and manual. I was like, oh, okay. Because I saw the prices and I was like, oh my gosh, that's like half of what they're going for market rate, like easily. I looked it up on eBay. This is like a $450 to $500 game in complete condition. That's what they're selling for. Absolutely wild. So I saw the sticker and I was like, oh, it's just the box and manual. It doesn't have the game in there, which still like is not a bad deal. You know, this game is like $150, so you could get the whole thing for like $379. And that's not a bad deal. I was still considering it. So I asked him, I was like, hey, so is that like just the box and manual for Pokemon Emerald and like just the box for Fire Red? He was like, no, the games are in there. I was like, are you serious? These things are complete, or I guess near complete. The only condition issue, and you guys may have been seeing this in the recording with this one, is that it doesn't have the inserts, and with Fire Red, it has the inserts but no manual. So both of these are near complete. Folks, $155 and $219 for these games. They are both seriously worth double that. Absolutely mind blown. He actually shared a cool tip with me as well, that you can look inside to the pins to see if there's a little Nintendo logo in there, to see if they're authentic. And honestly, there weren't any red flags for me when I was looking at this to see if it was authentic, except a little bit of discoloration on the cartridge itself. It all looks so good, minty fresh. These things are staying with me in my collection 100%. Like, I've been looking recently. At first, throughout the year, I was kind of collecting Switch consoles. You guys may have seen that video. Recently, I've been selling off some of those and focusing a little bit more on the stuff that's more nostalgic and meaningful to me. And the Pokemon games, especially up through like, I don't know, 4th or 5th gen, are absolutely on that list. I did not think that I would be able to find these in this nice of shape for this kind of a price at a video game store. Like, maybe I go yard sailing for the next couple years and over time I'm able to find something boxed in like somebody's dusty attic, but finding these for a significantly below market price at a video game store, you guys can probably tell, is blowing my mind. I am so happy about this find. These are definitely going to be on shelves in the background of my videos in future videos. I don't know what to say. I'm blown away. I'm speechless. I guess I can tell you the other games that I got there, which will be incredibly underwhelming after those complete or near complete Pokemon games. But I did get GameCube Freak Style. Actually, that's the 3rd copy of that game that I've picked up on this trip alone. It's gone up a lot on Amazon to like the $40 or $50 range. Got that for $17. Also got Legends of Dragoon. I don't know why this is so expensive on Amazon right now. The lowest copy is like $80 and I paid $39. It is the greatest hits version, but that's just something that I'll note in the description. We've got Magical Mirror starring Mickey Mouse for $12. I think I'll be able to get at least $20 for this after fees. It's nice and complete. It does have a little bit of like wrinkling there on the cover. I don't really know how that happens. It doesn't really look like water damage, but who knows. 2 copies of White Knight Chronicles 2. This is a title that definitely has gotten some buzz in the Discord as well. People have noticed it's gone up from being worth about $17 to like the $50 range, and both these copies are complete. There was one more there that I could have pulled the trigger on. I just decided not to because the front cover looked really nasty. Honestly, I still could have profited on it, but I decided to leave it for someone else. Time and Eternity. This one I've never bought before, never knew about. It has a decent sales rank though, and on eBay even, it was selling for, you guys saw, like 80 to 85 in complete condition. I'll have to replace the case because it is kind of cracked and nasty back here, but a fantastic pickup for $32. Was kind of blown away by that. I always check out JRPGs that I haven't seen before. And finally, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Got 2 copies of that for $28. That's a little bit more than I would really have liked to spend, but that's like a $50 on up game, and they're both complete. So I'll make probably like $12 minimum on that game, and maybe a little bit more because of the condition. Guys, I honestly don't really know what to do right now. There's not really anything for a video that you could possibly follow that up with. But at the same time, this town has been so good. Like, my hunch was totally correct that we're going to strike on some really good stuff in this less populated area. So I think what I have to do, even though it's inevitably going to be underwhelming, I'm going to check 1 to maybe 2 pawn shops in this town before I go to the next one, and just see if we can have any more crazy luck. Wouldn't be surprised if they're fairly picked over, but at this point I just kind of have to. So let's go do that. By the way, folks, after a find like that, I do just have to ask, like the video, please. It would really help me out, help out my channel. Definitely been seeing some solid growth recently. Really appreciate you guys for that. It just means a lot. Been spending a ton of time game hunting and making videos, and to have that be reflected in the channel growth really makes a huge difference. So thanks to everybody who has subscribed up until this point, and let's go get to those pawn shops.
Next stop, folks, Pot O Gold Variety and Pawn. Will we hit the jackpot? Folks, this is kind of crazy. They've got not 1, but actually 2 SNES Model 2 consoles here. That's kind of wild. $100 bucks, that's why. Got a cool little Game Boy Advance SP case down here. Some manuals and stuff. Hold up. Yo, sealed PSP. Let's go. Puzzle. Okay, so nothing huge there, but still cool to see. Looks like standard pricing on the stuff outside the case. Interesting. Oh, check this out. That's cool. Turok Rage Wars strategy guide. Wow. Ooh, Nightmare Creature strategy guide. That's cool. Whoa. Each one of these is just like, whoa. Castlevania unauthorized strategy guide. Huh. Oh, check this out. Wow, a couple of 32X games. We got Star Wars for 15, Sonic and Knuckles for 12. I don't think it goes for much more than that, but we've got, what's this? Night Storm on the Sega. This really is a gold mine. What? Oh, hey. Lego Racers. Just bought one of these. I think that might actually be a decent deal. Not really. Also got Royal Rumble on the Dreamcast. It's like 25-ish after fees. It's just a little beat up. Yeah, I'm on the fence about that. I'm probably gonna have to cut this off because I'm running low on battery, but I'll try to turn it back on for the negotiation. Okay, one more. Check this out. Yo, $20 for Baldur's Gate. That's at least a $40 game after fees. That's sweet.
Come over this way. What we got?
Nice little mixture.
A little bit of everything.
Yep. There's another one of them over there if you want me to bring it over.
Is there?
Yeah.
Let me see if it's worth. It's worth more than the average game, yeah. They're what, $14, so it's definitely worth more than the $7.99 we.
You want me to go grab it?
Yeah. I call it 140 bucks tax and all.
Okay. What would it have been?
Well, would it have been?
Yeah.
It would have been 166 plus tax.
Okay. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's really good deal.
Well, folks, that place had even more inventory, far more inventory than the last place, had absolutely no shortage of it. Part of that is due to the fact that they are the kind of place that looks everything that comes in up on eBay and prices everything individually. But I was able to catch them on quite a few titles here. So let's get started. $8 for Family Guy, the video game. All of this, and I actually asked him ahead of time. I said, hey, if I was able to buy a decent number, would you guys work with me some on the price? He said yes. He ended up giving me maybe like a 15% or so discount and then also cutting off the tax. So not a bad deal at all. Family Guy video game on PSP, $8. This is like a $20 or so game after fees, even in that condition. Madden 13, this one should go for like 25 or 30, and we got it for, you know, it'll be 15% minus all the sticker prices. So $15 minus 15%. This one is definitely one to look out for. I don't know if I've ever picked it up before. I guarantee I have run into it before and have just totally overlooked it. NCAA 08 March Madness. This one should go for at least 25 after fees, and we got it for whatever that is, like 11 bucks. Then a few PS4 games for around 11 a piece as well. Air Missions. This is one that I picked out because I didn't recognize it. This is like another 25 or so game, like 22 or 25. Skylanders Swap Force. You guys know I'm always looking out for Skylanders games. That's probably in the 20s or so. And then we have Darkest Dungeon Ancestral Edition. Another one that is maybe 22 or so. We've got Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. This is, I want to say, like a $12 game, and I probably got it for like $6. El Shaddai. This is one, when I brought it up to him, he was like, I maybe should have priced that one individually. I was like, well, there's another one over there. You want me to just go get it for you? He said, yeah. I like to do that just to kind of show some good favor, win a little bit of points with him. So this one, I think these were supposed to be like $8 a piece, so I paid $6, and it'll be about a double up. It's not super valuable, but on the PS3, it is super valuable, so definitely look out for that. This one I mentioned, Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. On this system, this goes for probably in the 40 to 50 range after fees. It's super nice and complete. So whatever we paid, like 18 or so, yeah, 17 bucks for this game. Just a really solid deal. Alien vs. Predator. $16, or actually more like probably 14 or so for this game. It'll go for like 25 after fees. This is one that I've never bought before. Red Ninja End of Honor for $17 as well. And this, even loose, is like a $40 or $50 game, so I was happy to find that. And then finally, Back to the Future, the game. This is the third console that we have picked this up for on the Wii. $11 or so into, this is a solid like $30 or so. Also complete, really great stop. Looking to more than double up, honestly, on all of the stuff in this stack. So we'll call that maybe like a fairly conservative $160 profit on that stop. And let's go ahead and get to the next cash today pawn. So let's hope that this last one is a good one. Well, folks, that was kind of a strange experience, honestly. This pawn shop was almost all tools, which I normally don't run into. I guess my instinct was correct the first time, that there's really no good way to follow up to boxed Pokemon games. Sometimes that's just how these experiences go. But honestly, my hopes are still high for the next town over that I'm going to be getting to. I want to devote a whole video to that, so that will be the next one. It'll probably come out in like 3 to 4 days. Make sure you're subscribed if you do want to see how I do in Clarksville, folks. Thanks so much for coming along on this journey. I hope that it was as fun and interesting for you as it was for me. And guys, until next time, I will catch you guys on the flip.